And people ask me, why do I defend him so vociferously? And I say it's easy for me to do because I know him. And he's shown me his heart, and I know he has a heart for all Americans. And I will say this. This administration has taken a lot of people by surprise, and it's going to surprise you guys even more because this is probably the most proactive administration regarding urban America and the faith-based community in my lifetime. And I'll be 60 years old in December. But when I think back on, I use good hair now. I'm not got a great makeup artist. But to be honest, this is probably going to be and I'm going to say this at this table, the most pro-black president that we've had in our lifetime because, and I try to, analyze the people that I encounter.
You have got to be fucking kidding me. He has a heart for all Americans? And then he sits and he goes further to say that this president is the most pro-black. Wow. I know a lot of people are disturbed by that one. There's so much that's disturbing about this. He even says that he tries to analyze the people he encounters. He's saying all these positive things, these great things about the president. This is the same president that in front of the world, on camera, in front of the world, he makes fun of a disabled journalist. This president is unethical and without morals. I'm not sure how your mind, your brain is functioning to analyze anyone or anything. But something is wrong with this guy. No way you can excuse this. No way to explain this shit. These people this is why people think that they're being paid. They're being paid to go to be there, to be involved in this. Who would go and embarrass themselves on this level? We're talking about a president who has said and done things that have been detrimental to black people and other minorities. And you think it's acceptable to go and have a meeting with him? To sit down in the White House with him? This couldn't be arranged some other kind of way. You had to go to the White House. But they do more than just go to the White House and meet with him. They are sitting there literally praising him like a god. Watch this video. I shit you not. As a matter of fact, make sure you watch it to the end as well because I got some things to share with you guys. Most of you probably already know about the church. And the reason why, as one of the pastors put it, the church is like the dinosaur or something to that effect, he says. Well, there's a perfectly logical reason why. Let's get into this.
It's time to tell it like it is.
What's up, my YouTube viewers? I'm sitting here watching, someone shared on Facebook, tagged me on Facebook, this video of inner city pastors meeting with the president. Let me first start by saying that I watched this entire video, okay? I went over this twice. And most of the time I do that with videos. Not all the time, but sometimes I do that with videos. I go and watch the whole thing twice, sometimes 3 times. But I watched this and he spoke about a few things, told a couple lies, stated a few things that were incorrect, to no surprise. Now, then he goes and have them go around the whole entire table, one by one I'm looking at every last one, I'm watching every last one by one, all the way around the table, and allowing them to speak a little bit. And then after that, said a few nonsense, little unimportant words, and it was over. It sounded like a big ass waste of time to me. A massive waste of fucking time. So I want to thank you, Mr. President. I am certainly honored, Mr. President. You are invited to my house for dinner, Mr. President. I shit you not. Watch the full, it's like a little more than 30 minutes long. Watch the full video. The one thing that bothers me the most about this, not just these pastors that are meeting with the president, but just all people that support him. It seems like everybody wants to completely ignore, forget about all the horrible shit that this guy's done. Okay? They want to make excuses for it, like, okay, that was his past. The horrible things he's done instead about women and the racist things, all the extreme negativity, everything that he said and done. From his far past up until he got into the White House. People want to make excuses, oh, that was his past. He's a grown-ass man. It's not like we're talking about a teenager, a young child who has not had a lot of experiences in life yet. This is a grown-ass man, as old as he is, set in his ways. I'm seeing all these things that people saying, suggesting that these people were paid off. It wouldn't be a surprise, because that's what these type of people are all about.
Green power. We really don't need black power unless you got some green power working with black power.
If you want these people that go to church and you're so into your pastor, you love him to death, and you're so much for your church, and you, oh my God, and you, fine, not a problem. Believe what you want to believe. Remain stuck in prison, trapped by this system if you want, okay? Let me share something with you. Facts, okay? Every last one of these people are getting paid, all right? Every last one of these people that are sitting around this table, it's about the money for them. Money. Facts. It's about the money. They don't give a fuck about nothing else. They'll do different things throughout the course of their careers as pastors and whatever it is they do for churches or whatever, just to make it seem like they actually care. Just to keep up this image, keep people from seeing the true people that they are. All they give a fuck about is the money. Look at how they're living. Millions and millions of dollars, mansions and big ass houses and resorts and buying limousines and then gonna go and try to say that, oh, it's for the congregation. Oh, the limousine is for when we have celebrities visit our church. They got to ride in style. Oh, my Bentley. Well, I don't drive that much. Mercedes. I drive that most of the time, but well, yes, it is paid for by the church, but it's not always used by just me. All these excuses. Look at these people being investigated and look at all these fucking excuses. I promise you, every last one of these people around this table, it's about the fucking money. One of them, the pastors, even mentioned how the church is becoming a dinosaur. That's because so many of you motherfuckers are out there lying to people every single Sunday, all week long, every day. You're out there deceiving people. You're taking advantage of people. Here's the truth, people, okay? Like I said, every last one of these people sitting around this table are getting paid. That's why the fuck they're there. It's about the money. They don't give a fuck about you. It's about the money, okay? Facts is this. All these churches that are collecting your money, every single week they're collecting all of your money. Where does this money go to? This money goes into these very rich, white-owned banks. Who do you think this president is in support of? These rich white banks. 57-year-old grandmother who has been going to this church since her mother first started bringing her there when she was just a small child, a little baby. All these years paying money into this church, paying money into this church, into this church. This 57-year-old grandmother is dead. She died because of a very simple procedure that will only cost a few $100s. Very simple procedure that she needed and she couldn't afford to get. And she's dead. What did the church do to help her? Do different things in the community and do different things at the church and do certain things to go and, like I said, to keep up that image. So people don't see the real you. Try to disguise that shit. Try to act like you are something that you're not. Grandma is dead right now. Church knew about it. Sunday comes around. Everybody's in church on Sunday, except grandma. Grandma's in the hospital, she's dealing with being sick. She's dealing with being sick. What do they say during service on Sunday about grandma? They say to pray for her. Pastor sitting on millions of dollars. All they say for grandma is what? Pray for her. Guess what now? Grandma is dead. Grandma is dead because she couldn't afford a few $100s to get a very simple procedure done to save her life. The church is only doing what they feel they want to do. They want to do what they need to do to keep up this image. So you don't see the real them. So to answer to this pastor, this is why church is becoming a dinosaur. These pastors are lying constantly to the people every day, every Sunday, all week long. They're getting rich off of people. You go ahead and throw in all your money to these damn pastors and everything. They're living these luxurious lives. They don't have problems like us average people have. They don't. Because they got millions of dollars. They have enough money to deal with those problems, to make those problems go away. Meanwhile, faithful member, lifelong member of the church, somebody you could have helped, Pastor Millions. She's dead now.
When you're having an ear to hear from God, this country is in great hands. My prayer for you is that your ear will always be open to the wisdom and the Spirit of God.
Because he has an ear to hear from God, this country is in good hands. This is the same president that is allowing all this horrible shit to happen at the borders. Children being separated from their parents. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You think this country is in great hands because this president has an ear to hear from God. This is the same president that encourages police to do the wrong damn thing. Now we're speaking about prison reform, okay? How about question the fact that all these Trump supporters out there calling the police on black people for no fucking reason, potentially getting people shot and killed for no damn reason, potentially getting people arrested and put in jail for no damn reason. How is this president combating that? Don't ask them any questions at all. They ask no fucking questions at all. This meeting seemed like a massive waste of fucking time. All they did was speak about themselves and about him in such a way like he's a fucking god. Whole entire table surrounded with black people and they're on my side. I must be this amazing president. I can't be impeached. Don't impeach me because all these black people are supporting me. I'm not racist. All these black people support me. Meanwhile, not addressing anything realistic. Not taking any type of realistic action or addressing anything. So much of what he said, listen to the president in this video. So much of what he said is things that have not even happened yet. Things that are going to happen, or they're putting this in place. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. They want to. It's all bullshit.
Mr. President, I'm Bishop Dale Bronner from Atlanta, the senior pastor and founder of Word of Faith Family Worship Cathedral. And I'm from the business world. My father planted a business in the hair cosmetic manufacturing business in 1947. And so we've been doing business there in Atlanta for all of these years and employing people. So thank you so much. But I love the stimulation that I see in the economy now. It is as best that it has been in so many years. And I'm so deeply, deeply grateful for all of the prison reform initiatives that I see underway. That's exciting and enthralling to me, as well as the urban initiatives that will help minority communities around this country. Thank you so much for your boldness and your courage to make great things happen, and you're making them happen.
I'm not sure I understand what's going on here. A lot of weird shit is what's going on here. He starts off by talking about his father's business and hiring a bunch of people, you know, how his father's business has what it's done over the years, how long ago it started, and at the end of that, he thanks Trump. For what? This was your father's business. Moving forward, he's talking about stimulation. Stimulation of what exactly? He is complimenting the president on the stimulation of this country. So what exactly do you mean by that, sir? Are you referring to the more active shootings everywhere all around this damn country? In schools, movies, everywhere since he's been president? It has been a significant increase, an insane increase in the amount of shootings, mass shootings, since his presidency. Are you referring to the random racist-ass white people that are constantly calling the police on black people for no reason? That stimulation? Is that the stimulation to which you're speaking? One thing he kind of got right, with the way he stated it, that is, prison reform initiatives. Let's see how this plays out.
Criminal justice reform is so critical because it prevents many African Americans and Hispanics from becoming a permanent underclass. And I think the opportunity zone concepts that you're working with are critical because it brings green power. We really don't need black power unless you got some green power working with black power. It brings green power to our urban areas. So I believe we can break the generational curse of poverty and people who are isolated. And it's because of your boldness. And despite all that's been coming against you, you've stood your ground and you've been a champion. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate
He said green power. They're not talking about electric cars and shit like that. Green power, they're talking about money. There was a little laugh. He just told on everybody at that damn table. Those black people at that table, doesn't speak for me. I'm sure it doesn't speak for all black people. Those black people sitting around that table would not be there if it wasn't for that green power. Let's be real.
Mr. President, John Bray, Senior Pastor of Relentless Church in Greenville, South Carolina, and I am grateful for the opportunity to be at this table. At a time in our country where faith is becoming a bit of a dinosaur, in a time of moral relativism and secular humanism, it is refreshing to know that those of us who have committed our lives to fighting for people who cannot fight for themselves have a seat at the table to share our hearts. I believe that the very best principles of Scripture call us to fight for the poor, for the oppressed, for those who have made mistakes. Criminal justice reform is an opportunity to give a second and third chance to those who want to become productive members of society. Our nation cannot forget the broken. It is in the best tradition of our nation to fight for them. And when I think about the history of the church in this country, we have always fought for those who could not fight for themselves. So when I think of those who are coming out of prison who want to contribute, this is critical. When I think of veterans, I have here the obituary of my uncle who passed away a few weeks ago. He was 77. He was a veteran in the U.S. Army, and he battled through mental illness and other challenges. And we saw systemic poverty, multi-generational poverty. But had he been resourced with the proper care, and had he been resourced with other necessities, he could have contributed even more. And so I'm very grateful for you, for this administration that's allowing for the conversation. And again, my prayer is that you will continue to have wisdom and insight to lead this nation. Truly, all of us are created equal. And so thank you for giving us an equal opportunity to fight for this nation and what it means to be in America.
Thank you, John. How many people in your church?
Well, we just started 3 months ago, and we have about 5,500, 6,000.
It has been our nation's best tradition to fight for them. Those who are less fortunate. Those who are broken, to use his words exactly. What fucking planet are you from? Are you kidding me? When has it been this country's best tradition to fight for those? What? These motherfuckers right here, every last one of these no good fuckers sitting around this table telling all these lies, saying all this stupid shit, they deserve to go back to their churches on Sunday and have nobody there. But see, the sad thing is, they will go back to their churches, there will still be people there every single Sunday. Thousands of people giving their money to these liars, these deceiving ass people. You believe that the very best principles of Scripture call for you pastors, to fight for those who can't fight for themselves. Fight for the oppressed. Fight for the poor. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Meanwhile, you're talking about fighting for the poor, the oppressed. Meanwhile, your $1 million mansion. Meanwhile, your Mercedes you're driving. Meanwhile, you see where I'm going with this? These people that are struggling in life, going through all kinds of difficult times in life, go into your church, giving you their money when it really could be going towards something more beneficial in their life. Something that will help them not be in such a bind and be going through such a difficult time, such a struggle. But no, they're giving it to you because they believe in you. All you believe in is taking their money and getting rich off of that. If all of these damn pastors in this country were true to their word, meant what they said about helping people and changing poverty and all this shit they talk, then it would happen. We're talking about the fact that they have millions, and we're not talking about just a couple million, hundreds of millions of dollars combined Billions of dollars could be put towards. Imagine over the course of all these years, the money that these pastors have made. I hope this video opened up a lot of people's eyes. It's time to take the blinders off. Subscribe to change. Subscribe to being better people.